Hello everyone, AG7 the Hawk, back with another video about EA's press conference. It was good. It was pretty entertaining. I was impressed with what they had to show. Like some of it was like basic, like Madden, FIFA, all their sports titles, Sim. Like some of it was basic, but still the amount of content they showed, it was still good. Like I can't really like say that it anything wrong because they hit at pretty strong points for hardcore gamers, casual, and sports gamers. But anyways, first off, they start off with Mass Effect 3. Now Mass Effect 3, it was beautiful. Like I was impressed with the gameplay. It was pretty cool to see that they didn't even start to whore out the Kinect a little bit more by having it at the press conference. But they did show off some pretty good things. Like the huge boss battle that they showed, I was impressed with, because I would have never thought they'd pull off such a thing, because I've only seen things like that in like games like God of War. Like it was impressive. Then they showed off their online service, Steam. It's like Steam. It's called Origin. I'm so sorry, but it's called Origin, not Steam. Steam is something else. But Steam will always be 10 times better than Origin. Mostly because Steam is smart enough to get good partners. Like, they have Call of Duty, other games, Crisis, Portal. Well, yeah, it's owned by Valve, so. But still, they're smart enough to go with other partners so they can start publishing games on an online service. But with Steam, I haven't heard much about them like going with other partners. Like I haven't heard them going with like Activision, because if they signed with Activision for like publishing rights, they get some money off of that, and like they have their own exclusive things for games, but not really. I'm not even gonna see anybody like talking about Origin that much, because if Steam is gonna be 10 times better than Origin, then why care about Origin? Next was Need for Speed On the Run. It's the first Need for Speed they actually have the person getting out of the car and like running around, like running away from cops and stuff. Like, it was very impressive. I just kind of want, like, as much as I don't want to say I want it to be just like GTA, but I'd kind of like to see something like that. Like, so far from what I've heard, they so you're basically you're like driving across the country, running away from the cops, and like I would like to see them like stop at like different cities, and then you could like for like free roaming and stuff. It's still good and it entertains me, but kind of want to see a little bit more on that till I think about buying it. But it's also running off Frostbite 2. If you don't know what Frostbite 2 is, it's the engine Battlefield 3 is going off of. And like, it looked good, but like you can't really tell. It's not like Battlefield 3 stuff's like you're shooting stuff off of walls, like the all that. By the little gameplay they showed, you couldn't really tell. Like, it's just like Battlefield 3, but it still impressed me. Star Wars: The Old Republic was next. I'm not into MMOs. I played a little RuneScape. That's because my friends played it a lot. But like most MMOs are just not my kind of thing. So I didn't really care about this. But the thing that like sparked my attention was that it's been in development for so long. Like, I can understand that they're working hard on the title and that it takes time to make a game, especially in MMO if you're gonna have millions of people playing it. But like, it's like the trailer they showed off, it was just literally a mixed trailer of the last three trailers they had. I would have actually cared if it was like a new trailer, because every time I watched the EA press conference and they showed off a new trailer, it was like, that looks pretty cool. Like, it was just impressed me to see gameplay and more, like, especially a release date. Like, if they had a release date and like they showed a little bit more, like gameplay, cinematics. You could even have not even a gameplay cinematic. You could have just do what they usually do. Still, I'm not into those kind of games, but I know that game's gonna do really good when it comes out, and I'm probably gonna look into it, but you won't see me playing it at all. Next, they showed off SSX. Trying not to rush it through and say sex. Bad joke, I know. But, still, SSX looks like a good game. Going back to those old days with like the old Tony Hawk and not the new crappy board crap. Like, I'm looking at that like, come on. But SXX, yeah, like to see what happens. FIFA just showed off a little bit of mechanics for FIFA 12. Like, I'm not into sports games, so not really impressed by anything. Did have a little trailer with like celebrities, and then like, if y'all don't remember, if y'all were watching my last video, and then like I was talking about how I wanted to see Drake on the Microsoft press conference for Gears of War 3. It turns out Drake was in the trailer for the EA press conference. I was like, oh my god. I call you on to the Microsoft press conference to actually give me another laugh. But then you come on to this press conference, which is already doing good. But other than that, they showed off a football club. Basically, it's a soccer online club shit. I don't really know what to say about that. It's basically, you can play for your club, and then like if you win, you get your club higher if you win games with your club. But like, and like you can do this all around the world with different soccer clubs and all that. Then they showed off Madden, like they didn't even show anything. They just had like a trailer, and then like 3 football players come up, and then that was it. That's all they had to say for Madden. Like, if they showed off some mechanics, or showed off something kind of like FIFA, like you could even announce like a football club for Madden, and I would have been a little, but like still, should have done some more with Madden, because if someone hasn't noticed, it's basically the same thing every year. So adding more, like just adding something, like FIFA added at least like 3 or 4 new things, but Madden is just the same thing. Then they showed off Sims Social, which is basically Sims for Facebook. It. I mean, I go on Facebook every day. I'm even on Facebook right now. But like, it's just stupid idea to me. I don't even play games on Facebook. I just talk to friends, update my status, look at other people's status, and just socialize. But they did crack a Farmville joke, which is stupid to me. All of this Facebook social network gaming is just stupid. Next, they showed off Reckoning. Reckoning is kind of like Fable. It doesn't look like Fable, but it kind of. I'm just looking for a game to kind of compare it to. I looked at it. Cool little trailer. I like the art direction, but then again, I'm kind of not interested in like old mystical games. Like, I'm not a big fan of Zelda because it's set back in the time period where it's like, oh, dragons, elves, and magical pixie dust and shit. I'm just not into that kind of crap. And then after that, they showed off Overstrike, which is Insomniac's game. I really want to see some gameplay. Like, what they showed off was really cool and funny, but showing off some gameplay would be pretty nice. I know they kind of just started developing it a while back. I don't know how far back, but still, you should at least give us a little taste, like a screenshot, something. And then lastly, they ended off with Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3 looks beautiful, good looking game. Just hope it's not Call of Duty terrible. I'm really impressed with to see what they do. They showed off a little bit of multiplayer, and then the rest of it was just like a tank level. I'd rather see on foot gameplay like the first few trailers they had, rather than a vehicle gameplay. Like you could have shown vehicle gameplay like around like launch day, but showing off vehicle gameplay like at E3 when like Modern Warfare 3 is there, showing off foot gameplay, and you haven't really showed off much of that, like, just would have made me a little happier. Anyways, that's it. Next press conference I'm doing is Ubisoft and then Nintendo. And then lastly, I will end this all with who won E3. But